So the example I use is this. Your body is travelling for 9 months. The purpose that body is travelling for 9 months in that portal between your mother's legs is because it's needed as a vessel. So when that body comes out of mum and it's hit by the light, that brand new baby is like a ball of 100% potent, pure, clean energy. Now what that child should do as he's growing up is keep that 100% clean and pure. Why? So when he's gone through this, that 100% clean, pure energy gets him through to the next life. Unfortunately, as we come through, as we start going through this process, we start getting dirtied. We start getting things pushed into our brain, which is making this 100% spirit, powerful energy source get poisoned a touch. So you're going through your life now, you've been hit by your parents, that's your spirit, damaged a touch. You've been abused, spirit, damaged a touch. Your man's done whatever. All these little things that you're watching produces how you're behaving. How you're behaving towards other people. Hateful, nasty, horrible, damaging your spirit. You're going through life, you don't give a fuck all this because you're not on the ball about the spiritual aspect of life, because you're not taught it. They don't want you to know about it. They don't want you to be free thinking. They want you group thinking. So they don't give you that at school. You're going through, you're getting dirty, you're getting on people, you're fighting, you're committing violence, you're harming other people's processes, you're doing all evil, pagan, satanic. This is making your soul, your spirit, your energy weak. You start waking up. You'll know when you're on your process. Why? Because you'll regret doing that to that person. And moving forward, you'll never do it to anyone else. And you won't think like this towards that. And you won't behave like this towards this. And this is you cleaning your energy, cleaning your spirit, getting your conscious energy to 100% clean again. So when that vessel that you were given when you came through your Ma's legs, when that drops and it's time for your energy to elevate to the next level, it's 100% potent, powerful and clean, and you're going to go right through to where you're going. If you get to that stage and you're full of poison and that energy is dirty, it's not going to get accepted. They can't let a pure 100% powerful energy source that's clean, no hate, no poison, no envy, no nothing. They can't let a little 50% of that drip into this, because it spreads. And that's the difference with down here and up there. Down here, the evil spirit is spreading. That's why loads of us got corrupted. Loads of us wake up and go on that road of redemption to redeem ourselves and elevate the consciousness and not... Do you understand? Loads of us are doing it. Loads of us have done it standard. They're going straight through. Do you understand what I mean? All them with that dirty spirit, they're on that dirty loop of life. The energy doesn't just cease to exist. You know, it's going to come back again. It's got to start this process again. Because this is the refining process. Your spirit, it doesn't matter how many times you're going to be here, you're going to go through it again until you correct your ways. Once you're corrected, you'll shoot up. Until then, If you die at 70 and you've been doing a horrendous, you're coming back between another woman's legs here in this dimension of life. You're starting this again. I don't want to start this one again. It's horrendous, mate. Look around yourself. This is hell. You don't want to participate in this behaviour because you'll dirty yourself and you'll be in this behaviour eternally. You need to conduct yourself accordingly. Get this spirit you possess. All of you have got it in there. You need to start getting yourself clean. Take the substances away from your mind. Take all this away from your body. Start elevating your conscious level to clean the spirit. Get it potent again. And when you pass, you'll go through to eternal life in paradise. This isn't extreme thinking. This is how it works. But they don't want you thinking like that. They don't want you to have aspirations till the end of life. You've got people celebrating, oh, thank you, 2025's gone. I go in thinking, thank I've made year 2025. I'm working towards making it into year 2026. I want to be here. I want to spend as much time as I can here before I go on to the next one. Whilst I'm here, I'm doing my best to make sure I can go to the next one because I can't handle another 60 years here. You've all had deja vu. You've all been here before. That's not nonsense. You've all been somewhere and went, I've been here before. Do you remember this? And they go, no, you haven't. You haven't. But you had. You're just on the same process again, but you're behaving exactly the same. You're not correcting your ways. It comes to you later. Like now. I'll probably have to ride the game. But next time I'll go further. Why? Because the way I've conducted myself here now for the last 8 years. Redeeming mightn't be, might have to go through another cycle. But when I'm born again in this cycle, my life will be 10 times easier to keep myself wholesome and keep that spirit 100%. I won't have all this. So you see them people, like I mentioned before, that go through life without any dirt happening, they just go straight through. Your nans and that. Never hit on no one, never badmouthed no one, never wrote no one off, never done no one any harm at all, always kind, always pleasant, bam, loving, caring, straight through. But your nan's probably went through 10 processes before that one where she's clean as a whistle and went. And I believe it happens to all of us. You know, you get multiple opportunities. You just got to recognise you're in a process. If you're getting deja vu, that's a massive indication that you're mid-process. Conduct yourself right. Stop hitting on people. Stop harming people. Stop fucking up like you did in your before life. There's an afterlife. There was a before life, because that's how it works. It's like this. Afterlife, before life, afterlife, before life. It doesn't stop. So the life before you has led you onto this, where you're going now. So like I've just said, it's a valid point. If you're feeling deja vu, or you felt it a few years ago, and you fell off and you've been lost since, get back on it. Get back on that process. Conduct yourself different. You'll think better. Everything go. Once you're thinking better, everything's better. Once you challenge your spirit and start cleaning it, getting rid of the dirty spirit, that's what it's like. It's like putting yourself in a washing machine because you've got loads of oil in you, and you can't get anywhere until all that oil's off that top. And that's basically what you're doing with yourself. As you're growing up through your life, loads of bad spirits are kicking into you. And they're using things to get into your mind so they can sit with you for years and develop these thoughts and these processes and to damage you and you up in your process. It's up to you to remove them things that's been in play. It normally comes from your adults. You normally get your mum's thought process. If your mum's racist, you'll probably grow up racist. It's up for you to pull that dirty spirit out of you, so that's not affecting your process on this life. So when it does come for you to passing through, you're sweet. Right through to the eternal life where no one's dirty, no one's poisonous, no one's trying to rob you, no one's trying to steal your wife, no one's killing, no damage to children at all. Do you understand what I mean? That's the opportunity you've got. That's where you can go if your energy source, your soul, your spirit, your consciousness is 100% pure. And you can't trick it. You can't portray yourself being 100% pure. Why? Because this is fluorescent. This is fluorescent, lad. It's like so if you imagine me throwing a load of white salt in here now, you'd see loads of grains of white salt, wouldn't you? But if I throw a big pea through it, it just shattered it, wouldn't it? And that's basically what you are. You're like a big pile of dust, and you've got dirty dust looking to attach to your clean dust. And you could hide the dirty dust, but the bigger picture would know you've got dirty dust. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So you can't hide, you can't fake that you're real. You can't portray yourself to be this big conscious level thinking and go to where you think you're going. You can't. In this physical life, you can hide it all with your materials. In the spiritual world, you can't stash a dirty thought. It's all there to see, feel. I think it's better when you're feeling people instead of seeing them. Does that make sense? I don't mean feeling them. I mean picking up on their vibes. And you get people that are good at disguising the genuine vibes. But if you tap into spiritual world early, as a young girl, young boy, as you're growing up, you're able to embrace them vibes, them frequencies, and you can pick up on dead fast. You haven't even got to open the mouth, and you can just feel. And you know, it's all right identifying, but you need to identify what you're feeling. And this, you'll go through a process, so you'll identify a bad feeling, but you won't know whether that's a bad vibe or a good vibe, because you're just feeling a vibe. Does that make sense? So when you're just tapping into that spiritual world, it's a learning process. So you'd end up in a room and you'll feel this vibe and you'll just think, but automatically you think it's a bad vibe because you don't know what vibes exist in this world. So someone might come in this room, sit there and get a bad vibe off me, but that's the first vibe you've experienced, and that's the same with everyone. Where a year down the line, she will have experienced that vibe, this vibe, that vibe and that vibe, and eventually she'll be able to go, that's the dirty vibe, that's the good vibe, this is the decent vibe. And do you understand what I'm saying to you? And as you're going through your life, you'll be in a room and you'll just pick up on the positive vibe, the negative one, the. So it's better feeling people than looking at them. You'll have a better understanding when you learn how to feel people instead of looking at them. Looking is judging, and it's a different type of evaluation, isn't it? I know it's not the same, but it's like if you've got a diamond ring and you're looking at it, you're casting judgments on it, aren't you? But if you pick it up and feel it, you get a better understanding of it, don't you? Not the same because it's all in the physical aspect. You know, the one I was speaking about was like physical and spiritual combining. It's just better to feel people, I believe. And when you're able to read people, 'cause that's what it is. Feeling people is being able to read people. And it's not just a vibe, is it? As I say, again, this is like the duality of life. It's the spiritual that connects with the physical. So you'll get a bad vibe, but then internally you've got the bad vibe, but then physically you're looking at the communication skills, body language, facial expressions. And yeah, is he slumped? Is he postured? Hands behind back? These are all signals for some people that know what communication skills are. Communication skills are not just verbal. In fact, the majority of communication skill is non-verbal. Do you understand what I mean? So there's probably people out there well into the non-verbal communication way of life. And if I kept my mouth shut now, just by where my hands are, how my shoulders are, the way I'm sitting up like this and all this, they could probably give an assessment on me and say, he's a little bit did this way now at the moment, he's did this way at the... It gives you a good... Do you understand what I mean? A lot of you use it anyway without you understanding it, non-verbal communication. You're walking down the street, you see someone coming at you, he's in a little bit of a Toby, you automatically look at his hands and... Don't you? If his hand's clenched, then your communication to that is, hang on, danger, danger. So you do it without really understanding it, that you're using non-verbal communication skills on a daily basis. Just because they're not communicating with you doesn't mean you're not trying to use communication skills. And I believe, in my little mind, we've got the ability to communicate non-verbal, because there's just too many powerful things that we can do to communicate and understand each other without telling each other. That makes sense to you? Like, you can look at your baby and know she's upset, and then you can smile and stop her being upset, and you haven't opened your mouth. Can't you? Now that non-verbal type of communication, if you were practicing that, I suppose, from an early age, we're not. That's why we haven't got the power, I think. But if you were practicing that non-verbal with your child, looking into their eyes when they're upset, smiling at them, giggling, that sort of focused on them. I think if you practice that way as you're growing up with your kid, you'll be able to look in each other's eyes and understand what's going on in there. Might sound far-fetched, mate, but it's not far-fetched where I am. It's the mind is the most powerfulest thing in existence in this whole universe, and that's why the biggest people on the planet have always tried to imitate it. You can never do it. They're always trying, but they'll never do it. Why? Because it's the powerfulest thing in the world, in the whole universe. Your mind is one of the powerfulest things in existence right now. You just don't know how to use it. None of us do. There's something missing. There's just something that we've not been told to do to absolutely activate us.